Alrighty. Welcome back to The Rising of the Shield Hero Anime Review episode number 29. We're here reviewing the 49th episode of the series, Justice vs. Justice. Now, last week, the last episode for the series had adapted a chapter and a half. Finished up chapter 11, finished up second half chapter 10, and went through basically the entirety of chapter 11. This one went through 2 full chapters. Yeah, just 2. So the episode picks up right where the last episode left off, where instead of basically Itsuki battling Risha, he's like accusing Naofumi of stuff basically completely untrue. Like, oh, you bought slaves, or you bought hard labor. Like, a lot of the stuff he says is a bunch of nonsense. And it's all influenced by his stuff, the thing he put on his bow. He fires an arrow at Naofumi. Of course, the people dodge it. Sheila basically gets the kids away. Risha, of course, basically battles Ishii and does a lot of moves. Of course, Ishii thinks she's weak. She knows nothing. She has no skill at all. And she's like, oh, she's actually wiping the floor with him with all of her sword techniques she knows. Even sliced through a giant head of a cow. Well, basically a bull. Yeah, she tried to have basically like an iron lung, Iron Maiden basically type of thing to supposedly hurt her. But nope, she just slices right through it. And she's able to knock off the thing that was on his bow that was introduced just last episode. And of course, basically, despite that, he thinks that, oh, we're just in love with him, this is all this stuff. And he gets back to his room. His team has completely abandoned him. Yeah, his team has abandoned him, just like the Spirit Hero did. Yeah, the Spirit Hero, his team abandoned him too. Bow Hero, his team died. And in the case of Bow Hero, they kind of stay with him, but they kind of abandoned him. So, Witch apparently feels, haha, I took all your money and I left you in debt. And basically, I just used you. He's like, he just collapses. And then he wakes up basically the very next day. Where he wakes up and Risha's by his bed. Yes, because she's been in love with him since they first met. Yeah, she was mostly like a background character mostly in season 1. And I like the fact in seasons 2 and 3 we got a lot of development for her character. And of course, basically, is on his recovery now because of the fact that he's been trying to recover from the Bowl kind of rejected him because he used the Curse series. So, in the case this point of the series, Naofumi has completed his assignment. Even though it's not stated here. But yeah, he's already found all the other 3 heroes, basically, to find. The Spirit Hero was the easiest to find. Like, he knew exactly, like, he found where he was. Like, oh, there he is. And then, like, right after he meets up with him, then that's when the Sword Hero shows up. Yeah, it's just by sheer coincidence. And, of course, Witch was manipulating him, too. And then Naofumi freed him. And that was basically the big drawing point, Book 11. Book 12 basically is all about the Bow Hero. And we also see we have a flashback of basically of, well, his time before he arrived. Where gifted student and he has this thing some people think he's inferior to them. He's basically a bit of an ego on him. So basically he's had the ego even before he arrived in the world. Yep. And what else? And of course, he just walks from the village. And the end of the episode is going to lay the groundwork for possibly the next episode of the series, which will be the 50th episode of the series. Yep, 50th. And this one's going to be called... I don't have it here, actually. I think it's called... I don't have it there. Let's see here. Which, by the way, is the 50th episode series. The Ones Who We Must Protect. Yes, that is the very next episode. Unknown if we're going to get another episode after that. I don't know. But, yeah. In the case of anime based upon light novels, I believe this is only the third anime I come across where they reach 50 episodes that I have reviewed, because the only other two this has happened with has been Overlord and ReZero. The main reason why for those is because, well, in the case of ReZero, because they had 26 episode seasons. Two of them. That's the reason we got 50. Well, at least 52 in the case of that one. In the case of Overlord, they just surpassed 50. I think they just got that. They got episode 51 at the end of the most recent season series that aired last year. So this is only the third one I come across, basically, when it comes to anime adaptations. Where I reach episode 50. My opinion, it's a good thing. I have no problem with it at all. Yep. Now, some of you are thinking, okay, what about Devil's Part-Timer? That one just got, I think, about the 40-ish, but hasn't got the 50. Maybe we'll get that. We'll get season 3 for that one. But this overall is only the third one I come across. But, yeah, I'll be talking about that next week with the 30th episode of this review series. But this episode was surprisingly really good. Yep, no dumb stuff here. There is a... And, of course, well... Nafumi points out basically a flaw in his accusations against him, where the injured team abandoned you when you basically failed to defeat the Spirit Tortoise, and they keep bringing up the whole thing with the Phoenix. So you could say, presumably, with the next episode, that could be the last one, but I have no confirmation about that at all. If that's the case, that means that this season is one episode shorter than the previous season's show, which was only 13 episodes. Compared to the first season, which was 25. Yeah. Yeah. So, this one did it in 3 seasons to get to 50 episodes, while Overlord did it in 4, and of course, ReZero did it in 2. Now you're thinking, okay, what about Konosuba? Konosuba has only had about 20 episodes overall released, plus a movie and a spin-off series. Do I think the next season of the show could reach 50 episodes? Only if they produce more than 10. Because that's been the problem with the first season, is only 10 episodes. So, there's that. Okay, so that's going to be pretty much a particular review. Tomorrow, it presumably is going to be the review for the final episode of Season 3 for Dr. Stone. And maybe if I get time, I might get a chance to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. If not, I'll work on Friday. Okay, next video. Bye.